Good morning to all of you. So today we are doing the live discussion in the morning time because I have the scheduled classes. I have already scheduled for the second half, so that I have taken this live discussion instead of evening. I'm taking this live discussion on morning. So I hope you all well, and we can have the discussions in just 2 minutes. Very good morning. Very good morning, Santoshi. How to determine place of supply in case of bill to ship to in services? The bill to ship to, see, because we know the bill to ship to model in case of the goods is the billing location. Okay. And why we are saying? Because there is a specific provision in section 10 subsection 1 clause B of IGST Act. The problem is service. The first point, can bill to ship to is possible in case of services? The main question is whether bill to ship to is possible in case of services. The answer would be definitely yes. Sir, but there is no specific provision for this particular category in the section 12 or section 13. But if you read the ITC provision, which 16 subsection 2 says that you can take the ITC or it will be deemed that services has been received or goods has been received to the billing location. So therefore, I can say bill to ship to model is possible for services. Therefore, the answer to your question, how to determine the place of the supply. So in case of the bill to ship to model of services, the billing location would be the place of the supply. And if it is fall in 12.3 to 12.30.14 of the IGST Act, then according to the respective provision, otherwise the default provision, which 12 subsection 2 says. I hope it is clear. The next question is, I am supplying the goods to the exporter at the rate of 0.1%. Perfect. Because of that merchant exporter condition. Can I claim the refund of input and input service? Please clarify. Sir, very good question. So if you refer the notification, circular 125, which talks about this concept. So further they has clarified. So this is covering under inverted duty structures. It means I am charging the GST at below rate 0.1%. So you can definitely claim the refund, but in the inverted duty structures, you can claim the refund of only input, not input service, not capital goods. Clear? But I would like to say one more point, Vinodji, that in case of this supply to the merchant exporter 0.1%, department are creating a lot of problem nowadays in the departmental audit. So the first point, try to avoid if it is possible to make the supply, because there are certain compliances which has to be prior to the supply, like purchase order has to be submitted by customer to me and jurisdictional officer. He has to be registered with the Export Promotion Council. Okay. And after that particular export, the shipping bill or bill of export, your GST number, your invoice number has to be mentioned. In any of the non-compliances, you will be in trouble because you have to pay the actual tax rate instead of 0.01%. I hope it is clear. Not 0.01, it is 0.1, sorry. Okay. The question is whether IST compulsory registration in council, earlier scenario, service tax and excise. So as per the circular issued in this regard, ISD versus cross charge. So as of now, it is not mandatory, but they were also have quoted one thing, that we will amend the law, and the amendment probably it would come in the Finance Act 24. So when the amendment would be notified from the next year, it will be the compulsory. The IST versus cross charge, as of now, it is optional. They have given the circular also, but in future, there will be the amendment in the respective section, respective provisions, and then the law, when passed, probably it would be the Finance Act 24. Then we can say it become mandatory. Miklesh Saji, sir, we have exported the goods under payment, under IGST, and got the refund under automatic route. Okay? But there is some penalty charged to as material not reached on time. Penalty charged by that. Okay? AB customer, ABD customer reduce the penalty amount, and customer reduce the penalty amount. Supply reduce the penalty. मैं समझा नहीं. So Milkesh ji, आपका question थोड़ा आधा है शायद probably. Now we have transferred common input through cross billing nowadays. Cross billing will be abolished. In the future, it will be abolished, but currently it can continue. Currently it can continue. There is no problem. We have to charge GST and book the penalty amount because so you have exported the goods under payment and get the refund under it, but there was some penalty charged to as material not reached on time. See, the penalty has been charged by your customer na, by your customer to you. So suppose I am exporter, तो मुझे penalty charge हुई, मतलब I have to make the payment of the penalty. My invoice का amount will be get reduced, is it? So how the question of that particular penalty would come? Rajesh, probably we will meet. I'm coming to Pune probably in this month or first week of next month. So we will meet if time permit you. We can coordinate and then again we can meet. How to raise e-way bill while goods sales in movement? How to raise e-way bill while goods sales in movement in the way of transshipment? So how to raise e-way bill while goods sales in moment in way of transshipment? There is an option of transshipment, right? There is an option of transshipment. You can use that option also. Further, what is the problem? See, transshipment means let's say there is a change. There is a change in the vehicle. Is that you want to say? So it's still not clear. Santosh Panda ji, एक बार थोड़ा बताइए क्या कहना चाहते हैं? URD purchase where to show in the GSTR 3B? Nowhere. It is not required to be reported anywhere. Any other question? Sukumaran ji, any business has temporarily shipped the business, then temporarily stop the business, sorry. They may intimate to the jurisdiction officer as letter or any form. There is no requirement to intimate. Why to intimate that I have stopped the business? First tell me, do you like to surrender the GST number, or because of any other reason you like to inform? First tell me why you need the information, because as such there is no information required. As such, there is no information required to be intimated to the officer. So first tell me the reason, accordingly my I can give my input on that particular part. What will be the negative sales reporting in 3B will come? It appears that it will not come in this form, GSTR 3B, but you remember that in the September 2022, we all have received the uh, revised format of the GSTR 3B for stakeholder comment. So probably I can say once that form will be rolled out, it might take 1 year, but once that form would be rolled out, then there would be the feature to report the negative amount. But as of now, no, there is no such feature to retain the GST number alone. So if you will stop the business and you are not doing the business, then that would be the information would be the physical, but probably he may cancel or initiate the cancellation of registration if you inform. So you may carry out such activity probably. I don't know. But if you like to inform, but you can inform first, there is no online process. You have to inform that through manual only. So manual letter would be possible. And second, then I can say that you may have the try to see the second part, that they may initiate the cancellation, because if you are not doing the business, then there may be the probability, because 29 subsection 2 giving the power to them to cancel the registration. Avinash Singh Rajput, my question regarding billing. In a tender, I got order Arthalia tax education. Oh, sorry. आपका query छूट गया. I'm so sorry. Provil Jain, sir, can file an appeal with or less than 10% of the disputed amount? No. E-invoice under e-way, e-invoicing and e-way. More clarification for wrong e-invoice. More clarification for wrong e-invoice with e-way bill. No, not clear. Arthana tax education, your question is not clear. Please make the simple. So I cannot explain everything for any particular point might be which appear to me, but you can ask a specific query which I will give the reply. So it's not general, I cannot explain the provision, but if you have the specific query, you can put the query and then I will give the answer definitely. A, sales to B, but sales goods to C, while goods are sent on truck delivery to B place, be directed to do it today. See, one thing is that if you are doing the build to ship to model, before movement of the goods, you have to put the address, delivery address. If you are deciding in between to change the delivery address, then probably it may create the problem. It may create the problem that I would like to say. So before movement, you have the option to build to ship to model. You can put accordingly, but after movement, before delivery, you are changing, then it will create the problem because part A cannot be changed. Avinash Singh Rajput ji ka question. My question regarding billing. In a tender, I got the order under service, but there is some supply also in same order. Organization want to bill item wise, but how can I do? nahi, that you can add an annexure. Avinash ji, you can add an annexure as an annexure. So that will be the like manual billing possible, because if you are putting, let's say I'm supplying the work contract service to you. So might be I can do the item wise billing, there is no problem, but ultimately according to the concept of composite supply or the mixed supply, okay, so the transaction would result into the supply of service, okay. So in that case, what to do? So I would advise the bill would be supply the service, and you can put as an annexure. In the annexure, you can write the details of the goods which is being used. I hope this discussion is useful to you. If you like the discussion, kindly click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button. There is no requirement of asking the link. You can just simply click on the subscribe, and by which you will intimated whenever I will come online. Okay. Next question, Satya Naranji, can you confirm if we have time limit for invoice for export under LUT? See, the problem is if I go to the rule 1, rule 48 sub rule 4 and rule 48 sub rule 5, if e-invoicing provision is applicable to you, so it should be on real-time basis. It means when you are making the invoice, it should be e-invoice only. There is no relaxation as per the provision. But recently, the GSTN has issued one advisory regarding the 100 crore ka turnover. Okay. So my only submission to that, if you have not generated in time prior, earlier, so you may have the option to make, but otherwise I would say it should be on real-time basis. Actually, there is no time limit, but if you forgot, then you may have the support of a GST advisory that you can generate within 30 days if your turnover is more than 100 crore. So he is not performing any activity to avoid filing of nil return. No, nil return cannot be avoided. If your number is active, you have to generate, or you have to furnish all the GSTR1, all the GSTR3B, whatever GST return is applicable, you have to file. Otherwise, late fees ka meter will continue. Asu Chopra ji, I am filed amendment of change in the address application. Can I work this place now? या amendment होने के बाद कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई problem नहीं है, उस कर सकते हैं. Amendment का अगर addition मतलब amendment किया है तो कोशिश करो, try to take the approval first before doing the work. But if you have not done the approval and you need, if approval is not done and you have some urgency, you may start the work because you have intimated to the department it cannot be adverse to taxpayer. Arthalya, tax education. If you are there, I request please post your question once again. Please post your question once again. अगर ये discussion आपको अच्छा लगता है तो please click on the like button. Also click on the subscribe button. And as you know that we are running the membership plan also. There is 3 membership plan for GST: silver, gold, and platinum. Silver ka cost is 5,000, gold is 10,000, and platinum is 15,000. 10% discount for all the membership. In short, I can explain in the membership. Let me open that particular screen also. In the membership plan, in the silver, we are resolving the query. Whatever in the you will be added in the WhatsApp group, and you will be, if you have any query, you can ask the query in the group, and we are resolving that query. In the gold, query plus litigation. Litigation means suppose you have received any notice, you have made and you like to make an appeal. So you can prepare at your end, then share to us. We will modify that reply, review that reply, and relevant addition we will send back to you. Third is silver, gold. We have explained platinum. In the platinum, we are providing the education also. Education means that I am running the 65 hours GST certificate course. It will be added in your login. You can watch unlimited time during your membership active. Second, in the next year, when you renew the platinum, you can join my live batch as well without government certificate. So these type of the membership in which we are all query plus litigation, and query litigation plus education. Also, we are providing 1 webinar in silver, 2 webinar in the gold, and 2+1 course in the platinum. Last, in all the membership, we are providing the access to all the previous data. So whatever the webinar we had in that, so you can access all the past data. Then in all the 3 membership, we are providing the GST alert on daily basis and one practical problem on daily basis, which will very, very useful, and one monthly newsletter, that all the 3 which you can access from the past also. Today we are running approximate 819, 820 question we have done. So you can access, you can download all the past question also, which will be very useful. If you are interested, please call on this number. This is my team number, and to enroll yourself in the GST membership plan. Let me move to the question once again. Asu Chopra ji, I have revealed, sir, e-way bill is required for exempted goods. Answer is no, only one case. If you read rule 138 sub rule 14, they are saying if the goods are exempted other than de-oiled cake, there is no requirement. So for all the goods which are in the notification 2/2017, you are not required to generate the e-way bill except one item, that is de-oiled cake. E-invoice wrong, but e-way bill correct. How to solve? So there is no time, there is no option available to correct the e-invoice details. So what to do in that case? I would say, what is the problem? What is the wrong in that e-invoicing? If it is related to GST number, if it is related to tax rate, if it is related to amount, place of supply, etc., when the data is appearing in the GSTR1, you can amend that data. There is one option. Or second option, which is not advisable, but you can just simply reverse the earlier entry by credit note through e-invoicing. Then raise the new tax invoice with the correct detail. But it has some implications, so I'm saying it is not advisable. So you can rectify the mistake through GSTR1, or if it is not like you like to amend that credit, that e-invoicing detail, so which is not possible. Second adjustment would be issue the credit note, raise the new tax invoice. That is the only way. How to determine continuous supply the goods if that they have not violated the supply provision, if that it will not violate the time of supply provision in case the first delivery. So continuous supply the goods, we all know that if the goods are being supplied on a continuous basis, it is a continuous supply the goods. And time of supply the goods, when you are removing removing the goods, so how it is, मतलब means कैसे violate कैसे कर रहा है, मैं ये नहीं समझा. Violate कैसे कर रहा है? How it will be violated? Something which I'm missing. Let me take the next question. And if you are, how it is being violated, I just simply tell me. So probably I'm not able to connect that 2 dots. So next question is on Rajan. Can we directly sell the goods from job contractor location to the buyer location? Yes. Simply bill from dispatch from model you can use in the e-way bill and then send. Praveen Solanki ji, SCN received during regarding ITC avail in the GSTR 3B. Okay. Different between table. We have received so-called notice. ITC avail in 3B different table number 8 of the 9 in the financial. There is no provision of the ITC taken in the GSTR 9. Why department recovery excess ITC? See, they are sending the notices, but if the notices are there, you can give the reply that you have taken the ITC correct. Even if there is some lesser amount is appearing, there is a circular 183 that how to handle the mismatch notices, how to handle the mismatch between the GSTR 2A and 3B for 17-18, for 18-19, and there is another circular 193 for some period till 8th of October 2019, 19-20 का initial period ना 8th of October 2019 तक के लिए circular 193 issue किया. If the difference is up to 5 lakh, then you can provide the supply certificate. Otherwise, CS certificate would suffice. But you can go for that also, no? If ITC4 is not filed, what would be the penal provision. So normally they can only apply, they can only levy the general penalty. That's it, not beyond that. Mohammed Anwarji, treatment old vehicle sales under GST margin scheme, please guide me. See, there is a notification 8 by 2018 issued on 25th Jan 2018, which allow the margin scheme in case of only one category, that is motor vehicle. You can read that notification, but I will tell you crux. So if I have the dealer of that particular, if I'm doing the business of buying and selling of second-hand goods, or or if I am, the company which has been capitalizing that particular motor vehicle. So in both the cases, point number one, in both the cases, the margin scheme is available. And second point, that what would be the margin? If it is buying and selling, then sale price minus purchase price. And second, if it is like capitalized, then WDV would be considered as a cost. If your sale price and WDV having the positive amount, need to pay the tax. And if you have the negative amount, no requirement to pay the tax. I hope it is clear. If you have the counter question, you may ask. E-invoicing required exempted goods? No. E-invoicing would be applicable only for the taxable goods, not for exempted goods. You can refer the FAQ issued on e-invoicing. If the goods are taxable, then only it is applicable, otherwise not applicable. Auto sector, हीरो, एजेंसी पर FSC का इनवॉइस पर प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई क्या होगा? FSC थोड़ा बता सकते हैं क्या है? एक बार FSC बता सकते हैं, व्हाट इज दैट? FSC क्या? एक बार थोड़ा मुझे टर्म बता दीजिए. आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट नॉर्मली मुझे बता दीजिए टर्म. कैन ई इनवॉइसिंग बी जनरेटेड बैकडेटेड? कैन ई? नो नो नो. ई इनवॉइस में करंट डेट होगी, लेकिन आप जब डॉक्यूमेंट नंबर डालेंगे तो डॉक्यूमेंट डेट पुरानी हो सकती है. देयर इज टू डेट्स. एक तो जनरेशन डेट, दैट विल ऑलवेज बी द करंट डेट, बट व्हेन यू आर एंटरिंग द डॉक्यूमेंट नंबर एंड डॉक्यूमेंट नंबर डेट, डॉक्यूमेंट डेट कैन बी अर्लियर वन. E-invoicing double, no EV bill. How? E-invoicing double, no EV bill applicable. How to solve? Credit note. Only credit note. Very simple. Issue the credit note for reversing one transaction. Santoshi, as per the time of the supply goods, before removal invoice need to be raised. But in case continuous supply the goods, invoice shall be raised after event. Hmm. Hmm. So at the time of the removal or invoice, whichever is earlier. So the time of supply. Okay. Let me think, but Santosh ji, अभी मैं आपको आंसर नहीं दे रहा हूँ. I'm so sorry. Let me think from that angle, and I'll copy paste. I'll copy your question and let me give the answer in the next discussion. I will surely look into this. And will give the answer. मैं कॉपी कर रहा हूँ आपका क्वेश्चन. मैं डेफिनेटली. Shiv Kumar. While generating invoice, quantity of the sold has wrongly entered 2,70,000 instead of 27,000 due to the additional GST payable. So first, Shiv Kumar, there is two solution. There is there is two steps to solve this problem. First, when it appear in the GSTR1, make the amendment in the quantity and accordingly the taxable value, invoice value, tax amount, everything would be changed. Plus, to that extent, issue the credit note by e-invoicing portal. What happened? If you will not make any adjustment in the e-invoicing, so there will be the gap between e-invoice versus R1. Correct? So you may have the chance, you may have the probability to get the notice for that difference amount. So I would request, please raise the credit note in the portal. But when you are adding the amount in the GSTR1, please add the amount to net amount. Otherwise, how you will pay so much of the tax? Sir, while generating e-invoicing, I think I have given the answer. Okay. Oh, sorry, Prevent Solanki. MEIS duty credit skip is exempted. Department issued the regarding notice reversal. No notice, not avail the ITC for MEIS by the department. So these notices are, see, sometimes the notices are for system generated to them department, which is being, see, there is a two-way mechanism. Try to understand. So suppose I am proper officer. Okay. So I might issue the notice to you based on my analysis, like scrutiny of returns, or when I am visiting your office, like let's say during the departmental audit. Second way, that I am receiving certain data from DG Arm. You know, the Director General of Risk Analysis, Risk Matrix. So they are doing certain matter, they are doing some analysis, and based on that, they are sending the details to me. Then I have to, normally I have to issue the notice. I cannot say that I cannot issue the notice. Might be sometime it is incorrect, but because I have received the details from the DG Arm, I being a proper officer, I have received the details, so I have to send the notice. Might be that could be the reason. Anything, but you can simply give the reply by putting the reference of the Rule 41, Rule 42. Explanation is very important. Explanation to the Rule 42, which has been added. MEIS, no reversal is required or not be treated as an exempt supply. Okay. Very good morning, Mujimji. I hope you are good. So let me take the last three questions and then we will conclude our live discussion. I hope you all have you all are benefited the live discussion. I always do the two requests. Please share this live discussion to the maximum people, to the maximum group you can, so that we can understand the various problem and try to solve that problem. Jiske karan you and me both will be benefited in terms of the knowledge. Then if you like the discussion, please click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button. This is only two requests which I'm always making. So please, ये हम काफी discussion लंबा बहुत काफी time से कर रहे हैं, right? So we all should be benefited by this. Ashwin Thakkar ji, ITC4 का penalty maximum general penalty, right? Or every year or once. See, problem is the penalties for every default. Penalty is for every default. So in case earlier, if I talk about ITC4, initially 2 years they have exempted the requirement, and after that it was quarterly. So probably 25,000 would be for every quarter. Sometime I have seen they are raising for every year. So for per instances, the penalty would be there, not for per year, for one penalty for every year. No. For entire year, no, it would, see, max to max, there could be the two possibility that they may raise the penalty 25,000 each, C plus S, total 50,000 under for non-compliances per year for all the 4 GSTR4. Otherwise, it may have the individual penalty multiplied by the number of the compliances. ITC 04 के हिसाब से एक ITC 04 का 50,000. But again, you can use the section 126. No penalty should be levied for procedural non-compliances. While input service calculation for reversal of MEIS duty supply is exempted supply, no. In my view, there is no requirement of reversal if common ITC I'm talking about. If you have used some ITC for the MEIS credit script, there could be the only one example. Suppose I have hired one consultant to make the details of the MEIS SES credit script, and to that consultant, let's say I'm paying the 50,000. So whatever the GST component on that 50,000, I have to reverse that ITC. That is the only reversal required, but otherwise there is no requirement of reversal. Next question. Rajesh, we get ASMT for 1920 and officer asking clarification why you availed the short ITC on RCM. That is RCM paid 100, but IT7 can department ask? They can ask everything. They can ask everything. So they are good. They are good in asking the question, but you all are good in giving the reply. So please give the reply that there is no harm. If I'm not eligible, then I'm not. There is no harm to reverse the ITC or take the benefit of the reduced ITC. There could be the multiple reason, correct? When we receive the goods from supplier, okay, when we receive the goods from supplier registration is active and file the regular return. Department cancel the registration retrospectively. Yes. Correct. So what you want? So recently there was one judgment. There was one judgment regarding that particular retrospective cancellation of ITC. Retrospective cancellation of registration will not create the reversal of ITC. So that would help you probably. The name of the judgment is Gargo Trader versus Joint Commissioner, Calcutta High Court ka judgment hai. So you can refer that judgment, Joint Commissioner. Let me put that particular in the chat also. So it will help you, and that might help you regarding the judgment that to reply that notice or to argue your case. Okay. So there is a Joint Commissioner. J छूट गया मेरे से, Joint Commissioner है. So राजेश देश पांडे जी का क्वेश्चन मैंने आंसर कर दिया. Praveen Solanki, why department issued the notice for reversal? Obviously they will issue. But you can reply. Satyanarayan ji, sir, no tax payable on the export under LUT, correct? In this situation, e-invoice to be raised along with e-way bill going by truck to airport, 100% correct. 100% correct. So if you read the master notification for e-way bill, okay, in that they have added the export. It means if you are exporting by any mode, whether it is LUT or on IGST, you have to generate the e-invoicing always. Now, if because it is a goods and you are moving by road, by conveyance, motor vehicle, then you have to generate that e-way bill as well. In the e-way bill under subtype, there is a one separate category export. Please select that. ITC is for quarterly or half yearly? Sir, earlier it was quarterly, but now we know that it is divided in two parts. If your aggregate turnover is up to 5 crore, it is annually. And if your aggregate turnover is more than 5 crore, it is half year. So that's all. So thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you. We will again meet on the next Sunday. Please share with all the maximum member you can, so that in the live discussion people would be more, and the query would be very great, so we all can learn. So that is my humble request. And if you like the discussion, my request would be please click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button, because like abhi bhi bahut kam hai. We are almost 30-40 participants have joined, but still the like is 11. So my request, ek baar click button zarur daba sakte hain. Can we claim a refund of ITC balance as there is no income? No, sir. So 54 subsection 3 is giving the refund of input tax credit only in two situations. If you are making the zero rated supplies or your supplies under inverted duty structure, that is only two reasons by which you can get the refund of ITC. Otherwise, no ITC car refund is available to the taxpayer. Okay. So thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you. We'll meet on the next Sunday once again. Goodbye. Thanking each one of you for joining the live discussion. And if you are interested to join the membership of educating, please go to the educating.gst.gov.in and select the membership which is suitable to you. Let me brief again. The silver membership, 5,000 per annum, 10% discount. It's resolving the query on daily basis. And gold, silver plus 5 notices, and platinum query plus 5 notices, that is litigation and plus education. 65 hours recording would be added in your login. And in all the 3 membership, we will provide daily practical problem, daily alert, monthly newsletter, access to all past data since when we have started the membership. You can download all practical problem of lagbhag as of now till date. This is approximate 840 problems has been already been done. So you all can go and join the membership, whatever you want. www.educating.com. In educating, not C, it is K. I hope it will be the beneficial for you. Thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you.